Oh, hello there. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I really hope so. Here I am. I couldn't resist coming out for a walk because it looks as if the weather here in the UK is going to change a lot over the next few days, unfortunately. We are going to have lots of rain this week. So all of that lovely sunshine is about to come to an end. Today, the weather is a little bit unsettled, quite unsettled and quite cloudy, I suppose. Would you like to have a view or a little look at the view? Here it is. So I'm out at the moment having a lovely walk in the countryside near to where I live. Oh, there we go. We've changed the angle. I've managed to change the angle as if by magic. So we are here once again live, not in the studio, we are not in the garden, we are actually out and about in the countryside. For those who are wondering, who the hell is that? My name is Duncan, I teach English on YouTube, and I've been doing it for ever such a long time. A very long time, in fact. Here I am today, having a walk. I decided to break away from the house because I've been spending so much time at home. I thought today I would go out for a little walk, and I thought, wouldn't it be a nice idea if I came out here and had a little walk with you? So here we go. Here we are. I didn't go to the doctors today because I'm actually feeling a lot better. You may notice that my voice is a lot better today. Also, the weather today, even though it's cloudy, it is very warm. To be honest with you, I am absolutely boiling hot. So for a moment, I am going to take my coat off. I'm going to take it off because I am so warm. For those who are asking about the captions, I am using my mobile phone at the moment. So because I'm using my mobile phone, there will be no live captions. When I have my studio broadcast, you can have live captions. But if I'm on my mobile phone, which I am now, thank you very much, modern technology, for allowing me to stand in the countryside and share my moments with you as well. I have been here every day during this crazy time. You may have noticed this morning that the leader of this country has returned to work. Boris is back. However, it looks as if the lockdown here in the UK is going to continue for a very long time to come. So it looks as if we will still be in this situation for perhaps the foreseeable future. When we talk about the foreseeable future, we are saying the future or the time ahead that we can plan or decide on. So the foreseeable future is something that we can see in the future, something that is not too distant. So for the foreseeable future, we are going to be having this situation right now, the one we are living through. If you are having difficulty looking at the chat, I suggest you refresh this live stream. So if you can't leave your messages on the live chat, what I suggest is you refresh this stream. Hello to Helena. Hello, Helena. Hi, English addicted friends. I hope you are all well and satisfied. Can I say thank you once again, Helena, for your lovely donation that you sent on the super chat at the weekend. I really do appreciate it. Oh, I have another thank you to make as well. Excuse me, I have something else that I must do. I have to say thank you to another kind person. Another kind person who has made a donation on the live chat. So just please bear with me a moment. I need to go into my bag. So please just wait a moment and I will be back with you. Don't go away, okay? Please stay around. Thank you very much. Ah, yes. There it is. I found it. Can I say thank you very much to Mikhail Koblar. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you very much for your lovely donation that you sent yesterday through PayPal. Thank you, Mikhail Kobela or Kobela. Thank you very much for your lovely donation. Thanks a lot. And can I say a big thank you to everyone who has made donations through PayPal over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And of course, here is the address. If you want to send a small donation through PayPal, you can, and then that will allow my work to continue forever and ever, and hopefully forever and ever and ever. I really hope so. So there it is. All of my lessons are free. I do not charge for my teaching time. So if you want to make a donation, you are more than welcome to do so. Thank you very much. I have been asked if I can show the PayPal address for a very long time. So can I show it on the screen for a long time? Because apparently some people can't see it because I don't show it for long enough. So there it is. I will keep it on the screen for a few more seconds, and now it has gone away. Hopefully you won't go away today, because I'm out here at the moment. I was a little bit distracted today for 2 reasons. First of all, I found it very difficult to get a signal today, unfortunately. I couldn't get a signal on my phone, which of course you definitely need a signal if you are planning to do a live mobile stream. So I couldn't find a signal, and then eventually I did, and then something distracted me. I noticed something happening in the distance, so I became very distracted, and there were 2 pheasants fighting. It isn't very often that you see 2 male pheasants fighting with each other, but they were. So there were 2 pheasants behind me earlier, and they were fighting, and they were doing all sorts of strange movements. Very interesting. So that's the first time I've ever seen 2 male pheasants fighting each other. It was a very unusual moment, to say the least. I did not go to the doctors today. I haven't been to the doctors. I had a lovely sleep last night. They always say that sleep is a good form of therapy, and I agree. I think so. I think a good night's sleep is a great remedy. Also, yesterday I rested my voice. So after yesterday's live stream, I decided to have a lovely rest. I rested my voice yesterday, and today you can probably tell that my voice is a little better. So my voice is sounding a little better today. Do you think so? Do I sound better? Because during the past few days my voice has been terrible. Most of it because I have been suffering from hay fever. Nothing else. It isn't anything else. For those who are worried about my health, it is not. It isn't that. Definitely not. If you missed yesterday's live stream, I was actually in the garden with Mr. Steve. Steve was showing us some of the work that he's doing in the garden right now. Unfortunately, today Mr. Steve has to do some work in the house. What Mr. Steve calls his proper job, or his normal job. When we say that something is proper, it means it is the thing that is appropriate, or the thing that you do normally, or maybe the thing that is more recognizable, something that is proper. Anna says, why didn't you go to the doctor? You should have gone to the doctor. Anyway, my voice feels a lot better today, and during this strange time, I don't really want to bother the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor and annoy him with my croaky voice, because at the moment, all of the medical teams and the staff are very busy taking care of people who are suffering from you know what. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. Thank you for joining me today. I will let you see some of the scenery around where I'm living and also where I'm walking right now. Oh yes, let's go over there, shall we? In the distance, believe it or not, over there we are actually looking towards Wales. So in the very distance along the top there, that is actually Wales. And that is how close we are to the Welsh border. So we are very close to Wales. Oh, I can see the pheasant. He's up there. By the way, if you're wondering what a pheasant is, it is a kind of bird, a very large bird. And at this time of year, they are making a lot of noise because it is the mating season. You will recognize the pheasant. The male pheasant is brown. It has beautiful patterns on its feathers, and it has some red patches on its face, and it makes quite a horrible noise. It screeches. It makes a screeching sound, like that. So you might hear the pheasant somewhere around here. There are two pheasants, and they were fighting earlier. You should have seen it. It was amazing. They were doing all sorts of strange movements in front of each other. So I think the two males were trying to fight over their territory, the area where they want to build their nest, maybe. As I said, over there, Wales is in the distance. And if you look carefully, you can also see there is a little bit of yellow. Can you see the yellow? That is what is causing my hay fever at the moment. So the yellow over there in the distance is rapeseed. Rapeseed. And those fields are full of rapeseed. And unfortunately the pollen goes straight up my nose and it makes me sneeze. Unfortunately the rapeseed is quite annoying, to be honest. It really is. Definitely. Hello to the live chat. Yes, we are chatting today. We are chatting about all sorts of things. How are you coping? How are you surviving during this time? Are you enjoying it? I think there are two pheasants over there. There are two pheasants. So one calls and then the other one calls just afterwards. I don't know if you can hear it, but there are two. I think there are two pheasants over there and they keep calling. Maybe there will be another fight later on, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? Ooh. Hello TS, nice to see you here today. We are talking about all sorts of things today. I'm outside. I'm enjoying the fresh air. To be honest with you, I didn't want to spend today in the house. I didn't want to stay at home. I really wanted to have a walk and get some exercise. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am doing that right now. I'm having a lovely walk. And of course, I am getting some, well, needed. Exercise, much needed. If something is much needed, it means it is something you really do require. You require something quite a lot, very much. Hello also to Fernando. I'm live and I'm online in the chat. Thank you, Fernando. Nice to see you here today. In my area, says Mika. Oh, hello, Mika. Hello to Japan. The areas are covered with the yellow colour of rapeseed. It is a very popular thing nowadays. If you travel around the UK, certain areas you will see rapeseed fields everywhere. They are actually all over the place. Rapeseed has become a very useful thing, not only for food, but also for certain types of biofuel. Biofuel, sustainable fuel, if you will. Hello to Savara. Hello, Savara. How are you? I'm okay, not too bad. I feel much better now I'm outside. I've had a little bit of exercise. I've had a nice walk. And now I'm taking a rest and also talking to you at the same time. Hello to Irene. Hello to Mizuki. I am a bit tired today because I'm doing a lot of things. But when I watch the video of Mr. Duncan, and I can hear the birds, and also I'm learning a lot. Thank you to the teacher who brought me laughter, Mr. Duncan. Thank you, Mazika. That's very kind of you to say. I always try to keep my spirits up. I know at the moment things are quite strange everywhere, including here in the UK as well. Things are very weird. Most people are staying at home. Some people are going out for exercise. So I live in the countryside, which means I can actually go outside around the area where I live, which of course you are allowed to do. So they say that you can get exercise if you just stay very close to your house. So my house is over there, down there. If I go over that way, I will approach my house. So I'm not very far away from my house, just in case the police come around, because apparently this is something that is happening. The police are actually going around here in the UK and they are checking to make sure everyone is keeping their safe distance. They are making sure that people keep their safe social distance. So perhaps whilst I'm doing this, maybe a police officer will come along and ask me what I'm doing. I wonder. I feel quite excited actually by that. It might be a very exciting thing to do. Beatrice, how lovely is your background today? It is nice and I couldn't resist coming outside. This is the last day of the good weather. This week we are going to have a lot of rain, heavy rain tomorrow and also Wednesday. And maybe also at the end of the week as well. Lots of rain is coming this way. Mr. Steve is very pleased about it because this afternoon he will plant his grass seed. If you were watching yesterday, Steve was talking about his grass seed. So today he's going to actually put the grass seed in the garden. And if there's one thing that Steve needs over the next couple of days, it is a lot of rain. A lot of rain. We are going to get a lot of rain over the next few days. So I think Steve is feeling very, very happy. Thank you, Reshma. I love your voice, Mr. Duncan, my teacher. Thank you very much. My voice has been terrible over the past few days. I think I've been using my voice too much. I really do. That's probably the reason why. I have been with you every day for around 30 maybe 35 days. I've been here every single day. It was very funny yesterday, you and Mr. Steve. It was very funny. Steve thought that we would get bored. Instead, his talking about gardening was very interesting. Thank you, Anna. It is amazing how many people are genuinely, really interested in gardening. As you know, I'm not very keen on gardening. You see, I'm not very keen. I don't like gardening. Mr. Steve likes gardening. I don't like gardening, unfortunately. Hello also to Marina. You are right, Anna. It has been interesting. Well, I thought Steve yesterday was a little tired. However, after his very busy morning in the garden, he gave us even more time in the afternoon to talk about his gardening. I was very pleased that Mr. Steve managed to join us yesterday, because I thought he wasn't, you see. In fact, before I started my live stream, Steve was having a sleep. He told me later, he said, "Did you know I was actually having a sleep earlier before you started your live stream?" And I didn't know that. I had no idea. Naughty boy. Hello to Sita. I just had a message. There was a message that says, "Mr. Duncan, there is a bull." There is a bull running behind you. I don't think so. There is one thing I am very aware of, and that is the fact that there are no bulls in this field. Definitely not. Hello to Belarusia. Belarusia is here. Nice to see you here as well. I haven't seen Luis. Has anyone seen Luis Mendez? I haven't seen him yet. If anyone has seen Luis, oh, there is Luis. I've just seen Luis. Talk of the devil. Not literally. When we say talk of the devil, we don't mean that that person is the devil. What we are actually saying is, oh, I've just mentioned that person. So I mentioned Luis, and then suddenly Luis appeared on the live chat. So you might say, oh, talk of the devil. But it doesn't really mean that that person is the devil. It just means that that person appeared just as you mentioned that person's name. I hope you understood that, because I didn't. Mr. Duncan, what's the difference between speak and talk? Speak is the action of this. Talk can also be used in a similar way. But also, of course, if you have a conversation, you will speak to each other. So the action is the direction of the speech. You speak. So I speak to you. If I was talking with Mr. Steve, we would speak to each other. We would speak to each other. It is a verb, you see. We are doing it. Talk is the same thing. You talk, you speak, you say something. You talk with another person, or you talk to someone. It is always direction. So speaking is always something that is an action with direction. And so is talk. Talk with someone. You have a conversation. You talk with someone. You say hello. You have a chat. You have a chin wag. You talk. You speak. Normally, we use the word speak when we are giving some sort of lecture. So you might speak in front of another group of people, or in front of a school or a class. What was that? What did you say? I didn't see that message. Oh, apparently gardening is very popular in Moscow. Andy says half of the people in Moscow love to work in their garden. I would imagine many people grow their own food. It's also very popular here. Many years ago, people used to love growing their own food, but then it slowly disappeared. It slowly vanished. Nowadays, for many reasons, more and more people are now enjoying growing their own potatoes, carrots, lots of other things, tomatoes. Many people love growing their own tomatoes. It is very popular. Hello, the pheasant is over there. He's getting rather angry. In Chinese, talk to the devil is replaced by once say cow cow. Here comes cow cow. Does anyone remember? I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. I don't remember that one. But quite often if we are talking about another person and then they suddenly appear, you say, talk of the devil. Here he is. He's here now. A person who talks a lot is a chatterbox. That's what we say. If a person likes talking a lot, if they talk all the time, we can say that they are a chatterbox. Chatterbox. Belarusia says, my father grows tiny tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. Is that what they are? Are they cherry tomatoes? Wow, I like cherry tomatoes. Every Sunday, Mr. Steve makes some lovely salmon. He will cook salmon. He will put it in the oven and it will slowly start to cook. And then with it, he will also put some small cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. So they are tiny tomatoes, but they actually look like cherries. So the shape is very similar to a cherry. And they call them cherry tomatoes. And they are very nice with salmon, can I just say. Very nice. Hello to Mr. Duncan. I have read the news about the English countryside residents. They are angry with Londoners. They are saying, go away. In some places, I think maybe in Wales and other places, but not here. Here, we are not telling anyone to go away because no one is coming here, to be honest. Most people are staying indoors. Most people are staying in the house, or they are staying very near to where they live. However, there are some people who want to travel around. They want to go to many different beautiful places during this lockdown. Sadly, it is not allowed, unfortunately, at the moment. So you must stay close to where you live, which is what I'm doing. Before anyone says, Mr. Duncan, you shouldn't be there, I can safely say that my house is not very far away over there. My house is not very far away, for those who are worried. Behind you, on the grass, there are yellow flowers. Ah, yes, you are right. Would you like to see one of the flowers on the grass? There are lots of yellow flowers. I'm going to show one to you. Unfortunately, one of these poor flowers will have to be sacrificed for my live stream. So I'm going to get one and I will bring it to you and I will show it right now on the camera. One moment, I'm going over there. The pheasant is getting angry. if you haven't already guessed, I'm actually on a hill. So everything is going downwards. Everything is going down. Here we go. So there it is. Look at that. A lovely dandelion. So this is actually called a dandelion. There it is. I am a little dandelion growing in a field, enjoying this sunny day, until Mr. Duncan came along and he plucked me away. Mr. Duncan, why did you take me away from this lovely field? So there it is. You see a lot of these yellow flowers at this time of year. Dandelions are rather nice yellow flowers. And during the springtime, early summer, you will see many of these flowers around. It is a dandelion. Dandelion. Isn't that beautiful? Some people use dandelions to cook with. I must admit, I've never tried cooking with dandelions, to be honest. What do they smell of? Do they have a smell? Not really. I can't smell this. So dandelions normally don't have a very strong smell. But I hope you enjoy that. A nice little bit of English countryside. Dandelion. Mr. Duncan, is this the place in England? It looks so natural, and the inherent beauty of nature and the yellow flowers. Thank you very much. Makund, thank you very much. The flower that you have in your hand is so beautiful and stunning. Yes, dandelions are everywhere at the moment. They are all over the place. And that's also the reason why you'll see many of them in the countryside at this time of year. I think the police are coming. They found me. I better run. Not really. Would you like to see another dandelion? So, I think the pheasant wants to see another dandelion. I'm going to show you another one, but this one will look different. Let me just try to find another dandelion, but it will look very different from this one. Just a moment. Don't go away. Stay there, please. Oh my gosh. Whose idea was it to stand on a hill? So there is the dandelion, but this is also a dandelion as well. Can you see the dandelion? And this dandelion has already lost its flower. And now this dandelion is ready to release all of the seeds. And you can see there are lots of little seeds contained on this dandelion. So this and this are actually the same flower. This comes first, and then this comes afterwards. And all of the seeds will be released, and they will fly away on the breeze. Then they will land on the ground, and then next year they will become some new dandelions. So these are both the same flower. Believe it or not, they are actually the same flower. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, Ong Trum. Hello also Feden. Hello Anapika. I have read that the dandelion has some therapeutic uses. Therapeutic. Something that is for therapeutic. It's not easy to say, by the way. Something that is therapeutic can help you if you have an illness, something that can make you feel better, or maybe even make you well. So this is the dandelion just before it releases all of its little seeds. And the way it releases it is very clever. As the wind blows, all of these small seeds will float away like this. I will show you what happens. So I hope this works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to look very silly. So I will blow these small seeds, and each one of them has, I always used to call these parachutes. When I was a child, I used to say that these look like parachutes. When you jump out of an aeroplane, you always use a parachute. So there it is. And now I'm going to blow. Hopefully, hopefully these will blow away. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. They've gone. They have now blown away. So next year, those little seeds will be here in the field behind me, and there will be new plants, new dandelions. That's it. They've all gone. All gone. So from that to that. It is part of the life cycle of the dandelion. I hope you enjoyed that. I will put this on the ground, and I will put this in my pocket. There we go. Doesn't that look lovely? Thank you very much for your company today. Mr. Duncan, the dandelion seeds are not very good for your hay fever. Well, fortunately, the seeds are okay. It is actually the pollen from this that is the problem. So when the pollen comes from this flower, maybe it might make me sneeze. Hello to Florence. Hi, everyone. You know, we can make some honey with that plant, with the dandelion. In French, we say pissenlit. Pissenlit. Oh, is that what it's called? Is that the name of the dandelion in French? Or is it the honey that you make? Is that the name of the honey? Mr. Duncan, the dandelion seeds are not very good for your hay fever. I think you might be right, actually. Are you interested in naturopatha? Naturopatha, Mr. Duncan. I think that Mr. Steve might be more interested than you. Is it something like herbal medicine, maybe? Something like that, perhaps? Mr. Duncan, my wife says she adores you. Thank you, Andy. That's very kind of you to say. I might have a little run around the field, because that's really made me quite happy. That's made me very excited, to be honest. And now I have a lot of energy that I need to release, because you've got me all excited. Thank you very much to Andy's wife. Hello, Andy's wife. Hello to you. And now I'm going to have a little run around. Yeah! You can join me if you want. I have to be very careful actually, because this is a private field. Mr. Duncan. Fortunately, I know the owner of this field. I know him very well. So he knows that I come into his field and sometimes I will do some filming. So he doesn't mind. Mr. Duncan, my father knows you. Whilst I was listening to you, he said, "Is that Mr. Duncan?" Thank you, Fedden. And can I say hello to Fedden and your father as well? Yes, it's Mr. Duncan. It's that weird guy, that strange man from England. He's back again. You are in very good shape, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. Are you having a heart attack? Eric says, you can have a run and then you can have a heart attack. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I will have you know that this morning when I got out of bed, I put my socks on straight away with no difficulty. So because I've been very busy recently, I think I am becoming a little fitter, a little more healthy maybe, because this morning I put my socks on straight away. Normally it takes me a long time to get dressed in the morning. Sometimes I don't even bother. I just go downstairs and I have my cereal in the kitchen, completely naked. Hello, Mog Mog. Oh, hello, Mog Mog. Nice to see you here as well. Yeah. Thank you, Mog Mog. I haven't seen you for a long time. Plotina. Hello, Plotina. Dandelion. The dandelion, the name, comes from the French word, which means lion's tooth in French. And in German, it is called the Löwenzahn, which means in German the lion's tooth. Interesting. I wonder why. I wonder why they call it the lion's tooth. I wonder why. Because, to be honest with you, it doesn't look like a lion or its tooth, to be honest. So that's interesting. I must read that later. I am going to find out later why the dandelion is called the lion's tooth. I'm very interested to find out. Hello to Anna Phuong. Anna Phuong says the dandelion in Vietnamese is Khai Bo Kong An. Khai Bo Kong An. I'm sure my pronunciation is awful, for which I apologise. So it's interesting to find out what the dandelion is called all around the world. And this is what I have in my hand right now. There are many, many dandelions in this field. There are hundreds and hundreds of dandelions all around me at the moment. Language Slayer. Hello, Language Slayer. Speak Vietnamese with Mr. Duncan. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to start trying to use Vietnamese words in case I say them wrong, you see. I don't want to get into trouble. Hello to Feden. We say Karahimbida. Hindaba. Karanhindaba means dandelion in Turkish. You pronounce Vietnamese very well. Oh, thank you. I thought I did a terrible job, but apparently I might actually be a natural Vietnamese speaker. Who knows? I might now start learning more Vietnamese words. I know Tet. Tet is the Lunar New Year in Vietnam. They call it Tet. And also Xin Chào. Xin Chào means hello in Vietnamese. Mr. Duncan, do you like pickled tomatoes? Not really. No, I don't like pickled tomatoes. No, I've tried them, but I'm not a big fan. However, I do like tomatoes in Italian food. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So yes, I am a very big fan of tomatoes, especially in Italian food. I love it very much. Leonardo says, could you please enable the captions? Unfortunately, I can't because I am talking to you on my little phone. And unfortunately, we can't have captions when we are using the mobile phone to live stream. I'm sorry about that, but unfortunately we can't. However, there is good news because there will be captions later on. So later on, maybe tonight or tomorrow, there will be captions. So all of the words will be on the screen tomorrow. Because I'm on my cell phone, because I'm using my mobile phone, unfortunately there are no captions on the live chat. So here on the screen, there are no live captions. I'm sorry about that. It's not my fault, it's YouTube. They won't give them to me. Apparently, Xin Chao means hello and goodbye. Oh, I see. Tambiet. 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 What does Tambiet mean? Oh, goodbye. Does it mean goodbye? What does Tambiet mean? Tambiet means goodbye. Tambiet for now. So maybe instead of ta-ta for now, I can say Tambiet for now. Does that sound like a good idea? Is it a good idea or not? Please let me know. Yeah. Please tell me. Today I am cooking. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Belarusia. Today I am cooking some noodles with tomato sauce. And it will be lunchtime soon in Argentina. Oh. Do you know what I didn't do this morning? There is something I did not do this morning. Can you guess what it is? I forgot to have my breakfast again. I know, I am going to get into a lot of trouble. People are going to shout at me. I think Mr. Steve will be chasing me around the garden tonight with the rolling pin. Let's not mention the rolling pin again, please. Can we not mention the rolling pin? I mentioned it yesterday, and I thought maybe today we won't. So we won't mention the rolling pin. I keep falling off the hill. At the moment I'm standing on a hill, but unfortunately I keep losing my balance like this. Unfortunately. Mr. Duncan, can you pronounce almond? Almond. Some people, when they pronounce almond, they might not pronounce the L. So some people say almond, almond. However, some people will actually pronounce the L in almond. So some people will say almond. They will pronounce the letter L. Almond. Some people do not. They just say almond. So you might hear different pronunciations of those things, those particular words. So that is a good example of that. Almond, almond. So it really depends on who is saying the word, to be honest. Some people choose to say almond. Some people say almond. I suppose it's very similar to often. Often. Some people say often, and some people say often. 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 So you can see, once again, you can hear there is a difference in the pronunciation. Hi teacher, hello Oma. Omar Awal asks, how are you doing? I'm okay, thank you very much. I am out and about in the countryside. I decided to take a little walk around, and I couldn't resist sharing this moment with you as well on Monday. It is Monday, yes, it is. Believe it or not, it is the start of a new week. However, every day feels the same. Every day feels like the same day, to be honest. Hello from Moscow. Hello, Erenia or Erina. Hello to you. I have a feeling you are watching in Moscow at the moment. Maybe. It's incredible to me that someone could forget to have breakfast, says Anna. Well, you are talking to a person who sometimes forgets his own birthday, or maybe forgets his own telephone number. I've done that. I have a mobile phone. In fact, the mobile phone you are looking at now is the phone that I use, and I have a telephone number. So this phone has a telephone number. But sometimes, I don't know why, I can never remember my telephone number. So if someone wants my number, my mobile phone number, I have to give it to someone. I can never remember what it is. And I've had this phone number for, oh my goodness, many years. I've had this phone number for over 10 years, and I still can't remember it. Sometimes it just disappears from my brain, unfortunately. So I do forget things sometimes, and that is the reason why sometimes I forget to have my breakfast. It is the reason why. Sometimes I am very forgetful. What time is it now? What time is it where you are? It is now 7 minutes past 3 o'clock. 7 minutes after 3. I will show you. It is 7 minutes past 3 o'clock, and I'm in the countryside. I'm in England, a place called Shropshire. Hello, Ivan. Mr. Duncan, you are funny. I am never bored when I watch your live streams, but I'm not sure that I understand what you say. Sometimes I don't understand what I say, to be honest. It makes no sense to me sometimes. You can always watch the captions, so this particular live stream will have captions later on. Hang Muwin says it is now 8 minutes past 11 in Japan. Very late in Japan right now. Mr. Duncan, you look very nice with this flower. Thank you very much. Maybe I should wear it under my hat like this. Maybe I can wear it here under my hat. Is that a good idea? Oh yes, that's beautiful. Very nice. There we go. Is that better? Does that look nice? No? Okay. Ooh, it's also very uncomfortable. It is also very uncomfortable. There we go. I will put it back in my pocket. Hello, Fedden. Hello to you. Nice to see you all here today. I've been with you now for 55 minutes. Really? Wow, it's gone by so quickly. I'm going to change the view slightly. I'm going to move my camera and everything around just a little bit. So we're going to have a slight change of scenery. There we go. Ooh, something different. We are now looking at something slightly different. Very nice. So you might recognize this view. This is the view that you might see sometimes during my live streams. Something you might see quite often. There is a very famous famous landmark just behind me over there. So that is the landmark that you can see normally from my house. Mr. Duncan, can you please clean the camera? Why? Is the camera dirty? Is it dirty? I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm not sure if the camera is dirty or not. Let me just see. Is that better? Can you see me clearly? I hope so. Sorry about that. Oh, I like the new background behind you. What is the big tree that I can see? You mean this tree? Yes, this is a very magnificent tree. It's quite beautiful, in fact. So this tree, I think that might be an oak tree. I think it might be an oak. Look at that. Yes, it is. You are right. You are right. That is a beautiful tree. It's quite magnificent, in fact. Very nice. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Tree. You are looking very well today. Very nice. I think this might be an oak tree. Yes, that does look like an oak leaf, doesn't it? There we go. I think that is an oak leaf. Is it? I'm sure someone out there will say, Mr. Duncan, you're wrong. Yes. Oh, it is an oak tree. Thank you very much. I got it right. Oh, I was right, was I? Oh, very nice. So yes, this beautiful tree behind me is a very old oak tree. I would imagine this tree has been here for maybe 80, 70, 80 years. It's been here for a very long time. And it's beautiful as well. It's a very nice tree. Apparently the camera looks better now. Oh, thank you. I can't believe that my camera was dirty. Normally I am very good at keeping my equipment clean. I really am. Hello, Reshma. You are adorable. Thank you very much. I've never seen a leaf like that. Yes, that's definitely an oak leaf. An oak leaf. Very interesting. Mr. Duncan, Rudyard Kipling was right. England is a green garden. One of the interesting things about England and also the UK was that in the past this was all covered with trees. So everything was a forest. We are going back many, many years before I was born, before you were born, before your grandparents were born. So the whole of England, the whole of this area was all trees. Everything was trees. There were no roads, no streets, no houses, just trees. From oak tree fruit, it is possible to make coffee. I didn't know that. I'm learning a lot of things today. I've never heard of oak coffee. Wow. I know you can make furniture, chairs and tables from oak. Not that you should. Not that you should. Hello also to... You are breathing because of running. I think you are not a sports fan. Well, I don't play sport. However, I do like to keep fit. I do like to keep fit. You might not realize it, but this hill is actually very steep. Unfortunately, on the camera, you can't really see the fact that I'm standing on. So running up and down is not easy. Let me just say that. It is not easy. The oak fruit is the acorn. Yes, it is. You will often see the squirrels in this tree. So quite often the squirrels will run around in this tree collecting all of the acorns. They will. Mr. Duncan, you think I should watch the series Learning English with Mr. Duncan and watch your live streams? My English is not well. Ivan, as I always say, try to experience all English, all types of English, whether it is simple or difficult, anything that allows the English to go into your ears and into your brain. That's what I always say. So that there is no such thing as useless learning. All learning is useful, whatever it is, whatever it is. So you can watch my video lessons. You can also watch, well, anything really. You can watch anything that I do. The one good thing about this live stream, of course, is that I'm talking to you now live. And there is a big difference there, you see. So because this is live, you can actually talk to me on the live chat live as well. Hello, Natalie. Hello also, Karan Kareem says Mika has gone to sleep. That is interesting. Andy says, Mr. Duncan, marvellous view. It reminds me of the landscapes of Constable. Constable was a very famous artist, John Constable, and he used to paint lovely countryside scenes. He was also very well known for his weather portraits, believe it or not. He was a very big fan of painting weather. I know that doesn't seem possible. Mr. Duncan, how can you paint weather? But he did like painting storm clouds. He was a very big fan of clouds. So if you ever look at John Constable's paintings, some of them have the most amazing clouds, and they are so realistic. So John Constable used to like drawing or painting scenery like this. And he loved it so much that he wanted to preserve it. He wanted to preserve those moments of time and the beauty and the tranquility of the English countryside. So you will see a lot of John Constable's paintings have a lot of green, but also the interesting thing is he was also fascinated with the weather, capturing the weather in the form of a portrait. I always think that's quite interesting. A landscape picture. So there you can see behind me the landscape. We are talking about the landscape. So if you like painting this, we can say that you are a landscape artist. A landscape artist. There is a very famous painting by Constable called The Haywain. And the amazing thing is you can still visit the place where he actually painted it. The place still exists. You can always look it up. You can find the beautiful portraits of Constable. But I think he is one of those great artists who managed to capture not only the beauty of the English landscape, but also the mood as well, the atmosphere. And that is one of the reasons why I also like his paintings. Thank you very much for mentioning that. Thank you. I might look a little bit dark because now the sun has come out. The sun has come out now. Yeah. The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. The sun has got his hat on and is coming out to play. That's nice. Unfortunately, tomorrow it is going to be raining a lot tomorrow, unfortunately. So the weather forecast for tomorrow is rain. Wednesday, rain. Lots of rain. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, there are no live captions when I'm doing my mobile phone. So when I'm streaming through my phone, there are no live captions. However, you can have the captions later on. They will appear later on after YouTube has processed the video. So I hope that helps. Apparently already they are having rain in France. Sacre bleu. I can't believe it. Leonardo says in France it is now raining. You have the rain that we are going to get tomorrow. So I think maybe you have the rain that we are going to get tomorrow. I think so. Mr. Duncan is singing very well. Oh, thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'm a good singer, but I always try my best. Actually, this reminds me of a famous movie. This reminds me of The Sound of Music. Who remembers The Sound of Music? And there was a moment in the film where Julie Andrews is running through the field and she is singing a beautiful song. Can you remember it? Can you remember the song that she was singing? I wonder if I can recreate it. I wonder. The hills are alive with the sound of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Is that okay? Whew. I'm all right. You are a free spirit, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I have made a decision. In fact, it is something that I made many years ago. A decision I made not to worry about the things that I can't change. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of fun in your life. You have to have a little bit of laughter, a little bit of singing, a little bit of joy in your life. So many years ago I decided that I shouldn't worry too much about what people think, and I should not worry about the things I can't change. Mr. Duncan sings better than Placido Domingo. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I don't think you mean it. I don't think you mean that. I'm pretty sure you don't mean it. Wow, that sun. Would you like to see the sun behind me? Where is it? Where is the sun? The sun is over there. Somewhere. There is the sun. Over there. Above my head. Hello, sun. Hello. Nice to see you. To see you nice. So there is the sun. It is in the sky today, but unfortunately tomorrow there will be no sunshine because it's going to rain. tomorrow. Can you tell me when to use until and when to use unless? Well, they are actually both very different. Until means from one moment of time to the next. So if you are waiting for something to happen, you have to wait until that particular time. So until means from now until another moment of time. I will wait for you until tomorrow morning. I will wait for you until the end of time. Something very romantic, you see. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Where is the north? The north is that way. Over there. So it is north that way, which means over there is west. So where we are looking over there is towards the west. So that is actually the west over there, towards Wales. So there is Wales over there. Wales is over there. And that way is south. South is that way. South. And of course, needless to say, east is that way. So we are north, east, south, west. Or as I like to say, never eat shredded wheat. That's how you can remember it. Never eat shredded wheat. That's how I remember it. With your lessons, I would like to visit again the UK. I really like London, but what do you think about Scotland? Is it beautiful? Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a very nice place, by the way. If you've never been to Edinburgh, I suggest you go there. It is beautiful. And of course, many parts of Scotland are stunning. Stunning. I've never been to the very distant places. I've never been to the remote places in Scotland. I've always wanted to. There are certain areas where you can just walk and walk for hours without seeing anything, any other person. You can walk and walk for a very long time. Oh, I see. Someone has noticed that I haven't shaved. When the sun is shining, it is visible that you didn't shave. Oh my God. Ricardo, is it really that shocking? No, you are right. I didn't have a shave today. I decided to rest my face because sometimes my skin becomes very irritated. It's quite sensitive. That might not be a surprise to you, but my skin is very sensitive. Just like me, you see, very sensitive. Just like this. Oh, where's my flower gone? Just like this flower, you see, I'm very delicate. Just like this little flower blowing in the breeze. Very nice. Thank you very much for your company today. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Something a little different, something with a different view, something with another angle. Sometimes it is nice to see something that is different. Even I wanted to come out of the house today. I couldn't stay in the house. I wanted to come outside. So I thought, I will come outside. I am going to come outside and do my live stream from the top of the hill. And that's what I am doing. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. Tomorrow, yes, I will be at home tomorrow. The weather tomorrow looks like it is going to be terrible. So it would appear that tomorrow's weather is going to be awful. I will probably, maybe, I will be in the studio. Or I might be in the garden with my little gazebo over my head, you see. I have just turned it on and then I hear him say goodbye. I'm not going yet. I'm not going yet. Don't worry. I'm not leaving you just yet. I've been here now for 76 minutes. 76 minutes. So I will be with you for a little bit longer. Don't worry about it. My only worry at the moment is that a policeman might come along. A policeman might come along and tell me to move on. He might ask, hello, hello, hello. What's going on here? What's going on here? What is happening? Why are you filming? You should be in your house. This is not allowed. And I will say, hey, I'm Mr. Duncan on YouTube. And he will say, oh, okay, no problem. Carry on. Sorry about that. My trousers were coming down. Policeman. I don't think he will arrest. I don't think he will arrest me. I think I will be all right. Never eat shredded wheat. That is how you remember. North. Never eat shredded wheat. That's how I remember it, you see. You are happy. I can see you are happy. I am happy today for two reasons. I'm happy because I'm here with you live, and I'm also happy because you are here with me live as well. Thank you very much. Mr. Duncan, you are wearing the wrong trousers. I know. I don't know what... Shh. Mr. Pheasant. Stop it. Mr. Pheasant is being very noisy today. I don't know why, but I think I've lost weight. I don't know how, but I've actually lost a little bit of weight because I've been so busy every day doing this, my live streams every single day. So maybe that's the reason why, but I have lost a little bit of weight, and because of that, my trousers are now very loose around my waist, and sometimes they start to fall down. Can you please do the voice of Wallace? Hey, cracking cheese, Gromit. You've got the wrong trousers. I don't do a very good impression of Wallace. Cracking cheese, Gromit. That's it, really. I hope you enjoyed the show. Oh. Mr. Duncan, your behaviour... Oh, is this good or bad? Your behaviour resembles your poem from the lesson about happy. I need to jump. I like to sing. I want to live. I love everything. In fact, I think I was wearing this shirt. Have you noticed? I think I was actually wearing this shirt in my happy sad lesson. This is actually the same shirt that I was wearing in my happy sad lesson. I'm sure it is. I was wearing this same shirt, and it is the same shirt. As you know, I never throw away my clothing. Never. I will never throw away my clothing ever. So this shirt, I've had this shirt for many, many years. And I think I was wearing this shirt in my happy sad lesson. Yes, I think I'm right. Many, many years ago. I made that lesson, I think it was in 2008 or 2009. So 11 years ago. Adrian is here, Adrian Florman. Nice to see you. Maybe you have lost weight because you have been eating less junk food. You might be right, you see. You might be right. Yes, I think during this lockdown period, I have been eating less and less junk food. Hello to Tao Tao. Do you know the country in Vietnam? Do you know the country Vietnam? If you think my hometown is beautiful, you can come and enjoy the specialities. Thank you very much. I've never been to Vietnam, to be honest. I know a lot of people have been there. I know that there are a lot of people from the UK and also the US and parts of Europe who go to Vietnam to teach English. I know that many people in Vietnam are hungry for English. Hungry. Very hungry. I am happy because I am running wild. Yes, maybe. I'm like an animal. You know when you take your dog for a walk and it starts running around like a crazy thing? That's me. So if you take me into the field, I will start running around for a very long time until I tire myself out. Do you lick your nut? No, I don't. I don't do that. Only dogs do that. Hi, Mr. Duncan. I have just come home from work and we have the same weather in Norway. Hello, Ari Hassan. So, hello to Norway. It looks as if Norway is having a very nice day. It's a nice day in Norway. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. Mr. Pheasant. Hello to Sukat. I have lost 10 kilograms since the 20th of January. That is amazing. Unfortunately, I look like a homeless person with my old clothes and my flesh is hanging. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, congratulations for losing weight. I tell you something, one of the hardest things to do, especially during these times when you have nothing else to do, it is very tempting just to sit and eat food all the time, isn't it? I think so. Platina says pheasants taste very good. They taste good. You are right. You are right. Yes, we do eat pheasants here in the UK. But fortunately, we only have them at certain times of the year. So we will have seasons for hunting. I know some people dislike hunting. I know there are people who feel that it's very cruel and horrible. But yes, some people really do like eating pheasants and other game birds. Game birds. These are birds that are often bred. They are raised and then released. And then people will go around shooting them. And pheasants are one of those birds. We also have partridges as well. So partridges are also hunted during certain times of the year. Hello to Bander. Hello, Bander. Hello to my teacher. Hello to you. Hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, I don't understand. I wish I had studied hard before. Don't worry. I am here to help you get your confidence, to smile every day, and to tell yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Like that. You see, you can do it. It's never too late to learn something new. It is never too late. I would want my round of applause for my first time. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. That pheasant is very noisy today. I would like a round of applause for my first time. Hello to Yoon C. Jolio, parentheses, Sandrine Barut. That is a very long name. Welcome, though. Welcome to my live stream. If it is your first time, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Yay! What is the biggest river close to your place? Asks Anna. There is a very big river that runs over there in the distance. So let me just try and move my camera. I will try to move the camera over there. So yes, over there, in that direction, there is a large river that flows right across the landscape, and it is called the River Severn. The River Severn. S-E-V-E-R-N. Severn. The River Severn is a very long river, and it runs through quite a large area of England. Quite a large area of England. The River Severn is a very large river indeed. Very large, in fact. The River Severn. There is not... Yes, it is not like the number 7. It actually has a different spelling. Different spelling. Thank you, Mr. Pheasant. Again. I don't know why the pheasant seems very excited. Mr. Duncan, what is your profession? I teach English on YouTube. I talk about the English language. I help people improve their listening, their speaking, and also their pronunciation as well. So I do teach English almost full-time here on YouTube. And I've been doing it for ever such a long time. Do you know how long I've been doing this for? I've been doing this on YouTube for nearly 14 years. I can't believe it. Do you know when I say that, I can't believe it? I actually don't believe that I've been doing this for nearly 14 years on YouTube. Incredible. What is the meaning of misappropriism? Misappropriism is maybe the misuse or the misuse of a word, something that is misappropriate. So appropriate means correct or acceptable. So misappropriation or misappropriation, if I can pronounce the word, misappropriation, means you are abusing something, you are not doing it or using it correctly. Maybe a person who is stealing money from their company and they are keeping it for themselves, we can say that they are misappropriating the money. They are misusing it. They are using it in the way it should not be used. Hello to Palmyra. You should present yourself as an influencer. I'm not sure if I am. I never think of myself as an influencer. I never think of myself as a person who is changing the world because I don't want to become too aware of it. So I just like to carry on doing this normally, naturally, without thinking too much about what it is I'm doing, to be honest. So I don't think of myself as an influencer or a guru. A guru. It's not very easy to say, guru, but I'm not a guru. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a person who likes talking about the English language, teaching English, and of course I like to share my time with you as well, to be honest. I'm not really here for the glory. I'm not here for the trumpets. I'm not here for the fireworks. I am here because I love doing this with you. I love it. And that is as honest as I can get. Did you see the river? I thought it was just audio. There is no river near here. However, very close to where I live, there is a small stream that flows by, very close to where I live. So tomorrow you might see the stream flowing at the start of tomorrow's lesson, and that is the stream that is very close to where I live. Hello to Mad Gamer. Hello, Mad Gamer. It is such a long time since I've seen your videos. Well, you are here now, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Hello, Ibrahim. Ibrahim Mahmood is here. Nice to see you as well. Mr. Duncan, keep dreaming to fly higher and reach new heights. Thank you, Andy. That's very kind of you. I love bootlicking people. Me? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I don't think I'm bootlicking. I'm just being friendly. There is a difference. There is a difference between being creepy or a sycophant. I think that is what you are saying. So a person who is a sycophant is a person who always says pleasant things to someone because they want to get something in return. A sycophant. I don't think I'm a sycophant, am I? Am I a bootlicker? I'm not sure that I am a bootlicker, to be honest. I don't think I've never licked anyone's boots. And I never will. Sheil Kamari asks, who are you? Who am I? I'm Mr. Duncan. And I'm very pleased to meet you. Very nice to see you here today. Thank you. Mr. Duncan, can you share with me an effective way to learn English? Oh my goodness. Make English part of your life. Learn new words every day. You must do something every day. You can't learn something by doing it sometimes. You can learn by doing it all the time or every day. Can I improve my speaking at home? Yes, you can. You can record your voice. So you can record your voice and then listen to your voice. So that is a very good way of listening to your own voice. And it's also a very good way of gaining confidence. You can build up your confidence by listening to your own voice. It is something that I would very much like to encourage. Speaking is the hardest part of learning any language, to be honest with you. It is the hardest part. Hello to Marsen. Hello also, oh, Jamelia. Jamelia, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday today, Jamelia? Can you please tell me if it is your birthday, because I didn't see it on the live chat. Hello to Vitas. Why do you avoid this question? I don't avoid it. Sometimes I don't see the questions. I don't avoid your questions. Please don't say that, because I don't avoid them. Sometimes I don't see them because on my little screen, my screen is very tiny. So everything moves very quickly. So I'm not avoiding your question, which is, in your country, military service is compulsory or not? It isn't. No, you don't have to join the army. Can you imagine me in the army? Well, no. We don't have compulsory national service. So in this country, you don't have to join the army. I know in some countries you do. For example, Vietnam. In Vietnam, you have to serve a certain amount of time in the military. Also, I believe, I want to say, Taiwan. I think also Taiwan. I think that has national service as well. So people have to spend a short time in the army doing some military service. Quite normally it is in their young years, I think around about the age of 18 maybe. So that is the thing, you see, here in the UK. We don't have to join the army. It is a choice. Some people want to fight for their country, and some people just want to stand on the side of a hill talking to themselves. I don't know who that is. Who is that person? Who would want to do something so crazy? So we don't. However, during the Second World War, they did introduce national service. So everyone under a certain age were actually called up to serve in the army. And that was during the Second World War. Hello, Sukat. I have to go to do some exercises. Exercises keep you fit. It's better than having a lazy sit. What? I just made that up. Having exercise keeps you fit. It's better than sitting in a chair. I think. Hello to... Where is Mr. Blackbird? I can't see Mr. Blackbird. Thank you, Yasir. I don't know where Mr. Blackbird is. I think Mr. Blackbird is probably in my garden. I think so. However, at the moment, I am surrounded by nature. Nature is all around at the moment. No, it isn't my birthday. It's not my birthday today. It is definitely not my birthday. So there is the view at the moment, and you can see I am surrounded by trees. And in the trees, there are lots and lots of birds all around. And in the distance, the pheasant is walking around. I don't think we can see the pheasant at the moment, unfortunately. Hello to everyone. Oh, hello there. Really? Oh. Yes, very nice. Oh. Oh. Really? So there is the view today. It is quite cloudy. You can see that the clouds are all over the place. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. But where are the blackbirds? We can't see the blackbirds, Mr. Duncan. Look at that. So there we are looking into the distance, across towards Wales. And now I'm back. Oh no, we don't want to see you. Why are you here? The sky and the surface of the land is very good together. Yes, I like the way it meets in the middle, and you have a beautiful horizon. The straight line in the distance between the land and the ground, the land in the sky as it meets. You have the beautiful horizon. Ivan asks, do you know about Alex D? Yes, I do. I know all about Alex D. He is a well-known English teacher in Vietnam. He's a very well-known English teacher. And I believe he is also a very big fan of my English lessons as well. Thank you very much. Isn't that nice? Ibrahim Ibrahim Mahmood says, it was my birthday yesterday. I hope you had a super duper birthday yesterday. It was your birthday yesterday. I hope you had a good one. I hope you had a good birthday. Life Blogger. Hello, Life Blogger. An interesting name. You are blogging. You are writing about your life. How long have you been doing this? I've been doing this in total, oh my gosh, 18 years. 18 years. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I can't believe that I've been doing this for such a long time. Language Slayer says, try to say a grammatical sentence with no vowels. Why? Why would you do that? I mean, really, why? Really, when you think about it, why would you do it? Why? Go on. Why? Why would you do it? Because it makes no sense. Not only that, but also the captions later on would just be a big mess on the screen. I think so. Hello to oh, Edinburgh. Yes, Edinburgh. I would say Edinburgh is a good place to learn English. They have schools, they have universities, there are places where you can learn English in Scotland. So just because it's Scotland doesn't mean that people there are not interested in English. People do speak English, and people teach English in Scotland as well. Andy says, I can't find the suitable words to express my gratitude for your lessons. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure. I don't do this for fame. I don't do it for fortune, fortunately. It is a good reason, you see. I have a smile on my face, but I don't expect anything in return. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Please tell us about your favourite hobby, except English. Well, I have lots of interests over the years. I've been interested in many things. I used to enjoy writing. I used to enjoy drawing. I'm very keen on movies. I like watching movies. I like reading about the history of movies, films. So I'm a big fan of movies, films. I love watching movies. There are many films that I haven't seen yet that I want to see. How can we practice English without people nearby who speak English? As I said earlier, there are ways of encouraging yourself every day. You can listen to English being spoken. You can also listen to your own voice as well. So maybe something that you can read and then record your voice and listen to it. Listen to it. So what was I going to say then? I can't remember what I was going to say then. I was going to say something. Yes, you can always create your own group. So maybe the place where you live, maybe the area in which you live, you can actually... Oh, there's Mr. Pheasant. I can see him. Hello, Mr. Pheasant. Are you okay? I think he's angry. So you can create your own group. Maybe you can put a notice in your local shop, or maybe a place where you have a community area, and you can ask if anyone else is interested in learning English. So you can create your own group. You can create it in real life with other people directly, or of course you can use the internet as well. Mr. Duncan, Mr. Duncan, can you show your picture? Mr. Duncan, could you show your picture? Oh, I see. Do you mean the pictures that I used to draw? Maybe tomorrow, perhaps tomorrow I can show you some of the pictures that I used to draw. I have them somewhere. I think I have some photographs of my pictures on my computer. I think so. Somewhere. I'm not sure if they are still in my computer or not. I will have a look. I wish to come to where you live, but I can't. Maybe one day. Never say you can't. Never say no. Never say, I can't do that. You must never say that. If there's something you want to do, something you want to try, something you want to learn, do it. Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Because soon it will be too late. Do it now. That's what I say. That is what I say. Could you tell us a bit of how to make your voice, our voice, like you? I don't know how to describe it clearly. Less noise to make it sound deeper and easier on the ears. I'm not sure what my voice is. If you are talking about my voice, well, my voice can go everywhere because I've been talking for many years, using my voice in many different ways, in my work and also in my early years when I was involved in radio broadcasting. So many reasons why my voice can do lots of things. I don't know why. Some people are able to do it. You see, some people can speak in many ways. I want to give myself 6 months to speak English fluently. Is it my dream? Is it a dream? Maybe not 6 months. To be honest with you, I think 6 months is too short. So you must always remember that learning anything takes a long time. You can't rush learning. You can't rush learning anything, to be honest. If you rush, then you will create many problems for yourself. And then in the future, there is a very good chance that you will give up. Jamelia, do you like lemon drizzle? Yes, I do. Ah, very much. Mr. Steve's mother can make very good lemon drizzle. It is a beautiful cake with sponge, and on top you have lots of lemon icing or lemon sugar. And then inside you can also put some lemon as well. Lemon drizzle. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. Do you like sauerkraut? Sauerkraut, that is pickled cabbage. Is that right? Pickled cabbage. I think I tried sauerkraut many years ago, but I think maybe it had too much vinegar, so it was very sour. It is called sauerkraut, so maybe that's it. So the cabbage, yes, I think it's pickled cabbage. Is that right? Is that right? Pickled cabbage? Vitas says, yes, it is. Pickled cabbage. I think I tried it many years ago, but I haven't had it for a long time. There is a local shop here in Much Wenlock, and it actually sells big jars of sauerkraut. So I might buy some. The only problem is the jar. The jar is huge. So the problem is, if I try it and I don't like it, then I have this huge jar of sauerkraut that I have. You see? So I don't know if I like it or not. Maybe I do like it. Maybe as I've gotten older, maybe as I've become older, maybe my taste has changed. So I'm not sure. I've just noticed my hands, the skin on my hands has become very dry. Do you know why? Because of that awful hand sanitizer that you have to keep putting on your hands. And it's made my hands go all dry. Look, I've got dry skin on my hands. Look at that. It's all dry. Look at my poor skin. I said poor skin. What? that you do not have the right here in England. I don't know what you mean by that. I thought that was a very interesting question, actually, about national service. Because this morning, can you believe it? This morning there is a minister in the government here in the UK he's actually suggested, he has suggested that they should bring back national service. How strange. So that was on the news this morning in the UK. So someone has suggested that maybe we should bring back national service. That means that everyone between a certain age will have to join the army for a certain period of time. So that question, in fact, is very interesting because people are talking about that subject at the moment in the UK. Some people see it as a way of stopping young people from becoming horrible, doing bad things, becoming hooligans. I love that word, hooligan. A hooligan is a person who does not observe the laws or the social rules. They often go around causing trouble and making noise. A person who is a hooligan. National service. Someone wants to bring national service back to the UK. I suppose I'm all right because I'm very, very old. So it doesn't matter. It won't affect me. Mr. Duncan, you can wash your hands now with soap and then you can sanitize them perfectly by doing that. I think so. Yes, you are right. I agree with you. Mr. Duncan, you have to drink more water if your skin is dry. I always drink water. That is the strange thing. I drink a lot of water all the time. But the problem is the hand sanitizer makes your hands go very dry because it's all the alcohol, you see, in the hand sanitizer. It makes your hands go very dry. What was that? What did you say, Sergio? I can't imagine you in the army. I can't imagine you in the army. Let's see, shall we? So I will try to do a little bit of marching, maybe. Let's go over here, because the scenery is a little nicer. I think the scenery here is rather nice. Would you agree? The scenery is rather nice. So I wonder if I can actually do a little bit of marching, like the military. What do you think? Could I? Could I do that? A little bit of attention. Maybe I could give you a little salute. Yes, you see, I could do it. I could do it. I would be very good at marching. I would be very good at marching. Quick march. Left, right, left, right. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Was that good? Yes, I think I could be. Definitely in the army. Which is better, England or Scotland for learning English? What a strange question. English is spoken in both English in England and Scotland. Yes, they speak both, you see. So don't forget, in Scotland, I have a feeling you are maybe asking a question that doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Oh, Sergio says the best hooligan story is A Clockwork Orange. Yes, also a very famous movie as well. It was banned for many years. A Clockwork Orange, the movie version, was actually banned for many years. Yes. Asa says you didn't shave your beard. I haven't had a shave today. I've decided to give my skin a little rest because I have very sensitive skin, you see. Very sensitive. It's like a baby's bottom. Unicorina says, I like the movie, The Full Monty. Yes, I think you do. Do you know why? Because there's lots of naked men in The Full Monty, I would imagine. Please, can you grow your beard more? I don't know about that. I don't think I would look very good with a beard. I don't think I would want to grow a beard. I think it would make me look very old indeed. I love it when you go wandering or running wild. I like running too, says Anna. Yes, I love it. I love being outdoors. I love being out in open spaces. It is the most amazing feeling. So that is the reason I like doing it, to be honest. Hello, Unicorina. Unicorina. Oh, I like The Full Monty because I like the actor, Robert Carlyle. He's a very well-known actor. He's been around for many years. He started out as a child actor. Did you know that? So Robert Carlyle, many years ago, was actually also a child actor in his very young days. What year is your birthday? You mean my birthday? When is my birthday? My birthday was a very long time ago. I was born in the last century. Yeah, it's true. The last century I was born, not this century. I was born before the internet. I was born before computers. I was born before electric cars. I was born before Lady Gaga. I was born before Star Wars. Yes, it's true. So I was born before Star Wars even existed. It didn't exist. When I was born, there was no Star Wars at all. Hello to Joe Carl. Oh, hello, Joe Carl. Nice to see you here. I think you've been here before, haven't you? I think so. I think you have been here before. I have to leave now, says Ivan. See you tomorrow. Yes. Please, Mr. Duncan, you look so young. Please give us your secret. My secret is not worrying too much about the things you can't change. As I said earlier, don't worry about the things you cannot change. Think about the things you can change. Think about the way in which you can make your life better. Think about the things that you want to learn, the things you want to know about, the things that can improve your life in a positive way. So maybe that's the reason why I look so young. I will be back tomorrow from 2 p.m. Don't forget, 2 p.m. UK time. I will be back tomorrow. How do you say? I don't know what that is. Some of these messages today are very strange. I think some of you have been in isolation for too long. I think it may have affected your brain. I think so. I am now going to start. If you keep writing the same thing, if you keep writing the same message, I will not respond. If you type the same message and keep pressing enter, I will not respond. In fact, I might do the opposite, to be honest. I remember Robert Carlyle many years ago. He was in a TV show called Cracker, and he played this crazed killer, and he was really scary in that particular program. Sergio. Oh, okay then. Sergio is talking about Scottish comedy. Limmy. Oh, of course, yes, I like Limmy. Limmy is a very good comedian. Limmy is very funny. He talks about very unusual and quirky things. And he has a TV show on the BBC called Limmy's Homemade Show, or Homemade Comedy. And it's very good, yes, Limmy. He's very well known. He has a very strong Scottish accent as well. So some people might have difficulty understanding what he's saying. But yes, he is very funny. I like him a lot. Hello, Mr. Duncan. What do you do in your free time? I don't have any free time at the moment. My average day, I'm going to tell you what I do now every day. I wake up in the morning. I open my eyes, I have a smile on my face, and I think about all the people who didn't wake up, who could not wake up this morning because they are no longer alive. So that always puts a smile on my face, and then I get out of bed. Sometimes I put my socks on, sometimes I don't. It really depends on how much energy I have, because sometimes I have no energy in the morning. There are no captions because I'm using my mobile phone. There are no captions because I'm using my phone today. The captions will be back tomorrow because I will be at home. I can't remember what I was... Excuse me. That's better. So I wake up in the morning. I can't always put my socks on because I don't always have the energy. And then I have some breakfast if I remember. And then I immediately go into my studio and start checking my email because I have lots and lots of email messages from people around the world. And then also I might look at the news. I like to catch up on the news. And then what I like to do also is prepare my live stream. So sometimes I will have to do a lot of typing, a lot of preparation. Sometimes I will have to make sure my equipment is working because I use a lot of technology in my work, lots and lots of technology. And I have to make sure that it works, you see? And then I do this. I talk to you on the internet. So I do that for 2 hours. In fact, today I've been doing more than 2 hours. I've been on for a long time today. I've just realized I've actually been on now for a very long time. My goodness. 125 minutes. So 2 hours and 5 minutes. 2 hours and 5 minutes. I've been talking to you. And the good thing is, I haven't sneezed once. I haven't even sneezed. It's amazing. It would appear that my hay fever is not so bad today. So yes, yeah, my hay fever is not too bad. Thank you very much. Shaker Adam, to be honest with you, you're more impressive. I love this method of learning. So please be safe and happy. I always try to be happy. So my routine every day normally is taken up by this. So this takes up a lot of my time during the day. Preparing, doing, and then also afterwards, I also have to do some work as well afterwards to make sure that you can see the live stream after. And then by that time, it is time to eat in the evening. And then maybe I will sit in front of the television, maybe watch a movie or a TV show, and then I will go to bed. And then the next day, I do it all over again. I wake up, put my socks on, maybe, go downstairs, maybe have breakfast. You see, I do it all again. So at the moment, every day is this. This is what I do every day of my life at the moment. And of course, I will be with you tomorrow. I'm back as well. Thank you very much for all of your lovely messages. Oh, are we talking about food again? Once in a while, I can see flashing or lightning on your phone. I think maybe that is my phone adjusting the contrast, you see. So you might notice the phone will sometimes change the contrast. It is doing it automatically, you see. Automatically. I can't control it, unfortunately. Are we talking about food? Are people talking about food on the live stream? Because I'm very hungry. Could you please send some food to me? No, I'm not fasting. I'm not fasting at all. It's just that I forgot to have my breakfast this morning. So there is no fasting. It is just the fact that I was so busy this morning, I actually forgot. How would you name a temperature of air or water when you don't feel it? It is neither cold nor hot. It's just ideal. That's what I have now in my place. Oh, I see. So if something is perfect, maybe the temperature or the heat is not too hot and not too cold. You could say that it is perfect. The temperature today is perfect. It is, I suppose you could say, moderate, or maybe you could say that the water is just right. It's just right. Just right. Pedro is here. Pedro Belmont. I didn't see you on the live chat. I didn't see you. Hello to Zoran. Nice to see you here today. Therapeutic, Mr. Duncan. I knew that. Therapeutic. I like the word therapeutic. Yes, you are right. Oh, I see. I think Pedro is making potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Maybe. Maybe. Guess what I'm having tonight? Mr. Steve is going to make stew tonight. We are having potatoes. Yes, I'm having potatoes as well. And also we're having some stew with lots of vegetables. So that is what I'm having tonight. I hope you will have something nice to eat as well. I know a lot of people at the moment are fasting and they will be eating later on. I will also be eating later on. Ivan, what does it mean, took off? If something has took off, it means it has become popular. It really took off. So maybe something that is being copied has been done and then it becomes successful. It has took off. Something that becomes popular. You might say something as took off. It is also the past tense of take off. Take off. Took off. It means it's happened already in the past. Hello to Yasir. You are a very nice teacher. Thank you very much. No, I am not a good chef. I am not a good cook. My father, for many years, used to have a catering business, and he was very good at cooking. Not anymore, though, because he's retired. But my father used to be very good. He was a very good chef. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. I have a feeling that people want me to go. Shall I go now? Is it time for me to go? Mr. Duncan, could you please go? We have other things to do. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Mr. Duncan, for your work, and goodbye. Thank you very much. Can I say thank you also, once again, can I also say thank you once more to Mikhail Kobela, or Cabela. Mikhail Cabela. Thank you very much for your lovely donation that you sent to me on PayPal. Thank you very much. Don't forget, everything I do is free. Everything I do is free for you. It doesn't cost you anything. So if you want to make a small donation to help my work continue forever and ever and ever, there is the address. And I will be back with you tomorrow. We will do this all over again from 2 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow I will be back here and we will do this again. However, I won't be here. I will probably be in my garden tomorrow. Thanks, Mr. Duncan, for this lovely live stream. Have a good afternoon. Take care. Thank you also to Barong. Hello, Barong. Nice to see you here as well. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Something a little bit different. An interesting view. Some interesting sounds. And hopefully some interesting English as well. Thank you, Yasir. Thank you, Vitas. I will be going in a moment. I will be going back home to have a cup of tea and also something to eat, because I'm a little bit hungry, to be honest. I am a little hungry. Thank you very much, Julie. Thank you, Sadrine. Thank you very much for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow. So have a nice day. Goodbye to If Mohammed. Goodbye to Mrinal. Mrinal Singh. I believe you are watching in India at the moment. Thank you very much for joining me again. Nice to see you. Thank you for your lesson. Thank you, Grace. It might take me another hour to say goodbye to everyone. It might take me a very long time to say goodbye to everyone. So I will say thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in. It's been lovely. I've enjoyed my walk. And I've also enjoyed being here with you as well, live from England. See you later. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English. And there it is, look, England. Yeah. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time. See you tomorrow. And of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.